100%. I do see myself going the big screens, maybe TV or movies. Also music. I'm very, very vocally talented. Fly me to the moon and let me play among the stars. Let me see what spring is like on Jupiter and Mars. And all the things that people make fun of when you are younger is a thing that people pay to see.
Right, it's Thomzi.
Hello.
Joel Thomas Joseph.
Correct.
That's your real name.
Yeah.
Everybody knows you as it's Thomzi.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for making it here today.
Of course. I wanted to say it again. In every influencer's life, there comes a point in their life where they're invited to a podcast, where they sound smart, mature, professional, and pretend like they have it all. So here I am, if I can do it, you can do it.
So you're saying you're pretending?
Correct. Fake it till we make it.
But thank you so much for your time.
Of course.
So the reason I called you is because you gave a shout out to childhood trauma when you won one of your most...
Going deep, straight to it, okay.
You won an award by Flight Magazine. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
They had approached me saying that, hey, you're nominated for one of these awards, and I was so ecstatic. And it's a People's Choice kind of award, So I was nominated for the most loved entertainer.
Okay.
And I was like, okay, cool, about time. And I gave it to my followers, and they did the work. And then very, very pleased. And the reason why I gave a shout out to the childhood trauma is because I think it's very important, especially coming from an Indian household, young guy, immigrant. And I'm sure if you're Indian, if you're Asian, I'm sure you've got it. If you live in denial, but you've got the trauma, bro. You've got it. I like to make fun of it just to we all are together, we all face it. So that is why in a lighthearted way, I brought it up.
So your journey as a content creator, when did it all start?
I always told myself I'm an entertainer. Might as well make fun of my mom and make money out of it. And I've always seen myself in this field. And I think the opportunity arose during lockdown, as most of us over here. And I just picked up the camera and I was like, okay, I'm gonna try this out. And most of my content is making fun of my mom. I know, very original. But I told myself, but I haven't done it. Thomzi hasn't done it. So I'm like, okay, wait, that's a new thing. No one can do what I do. What I bring to the table. So that's how it started.
But why make fun of your mom?
It's the easy way out. Indian, my mom's a character, I'm a character. So okay, we put those together.
So your mom's okay with this?
In the beginning, she was like, no, I'm making fun of me, how dare. But now since it's doing well, she's like, it's all because of me. It's all me.
She's actually the star of the whole content.
I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't go to that extent, but I will give her credit where credit's due.
You entertain us so much. Have you ever considered
the big screens?
Yes, have
100%. I do see myself going the big screens, maybe TV or movies. Also music. I'm very, very vocally talented.
Are you?
Very much.
Can you sing a song?
A spot like that. Okay, sure. Fly me to the moon and let me play among the stars. Let me see what spring is like on Jupiter and Mars. In other words, hold my hand. In other words, baby, kiss me. Fill my heart and soul and let you play forevermore. You are all I want and all I worship and adore. In other words, hold my hand. In other words, baby, kiss me.
Beautiful. This is really nice.
Thanks.
Anyone approach you yet for the big screen?
No.
Well, you're an influencer. Dubai Bling might.
I know, right? I would totally kill it. I would bring all the drama that you want. I would love to. I would love to get into TV. I feel like I would do really well in sitcoms. I can do anything. Like, I'm an actor, babe. I wouldn't close myself to like this particular character, but I just feel like a sitcom, that life and that family that you build seems it's a very beautiful thing. My comfortable zone would be comedy and play a character which is, very loud and sassy or like unapologetic in themselves. That would be my comfort zone because that's just me. But yeah, I definitely want to get into fashion as well.
Model?
I don't mind like modeling or like, magazines and cover and makeup. I'm very, very much into that as well. But yeah, I can see more of that coming up as well.
What about movies in the South?
South, the thing is, the language is the problem.
Okay.
My NRI little bit language barrier problem is there. That is the only issue. But yeah, I would love to. Any opportunity that comes by, hit me up. But yeah, definitely.
Okay. All the best to that then.
Thank you. Thank you.
So you're serious? You're not seeing anyone. You're not dating anyone.
No, I've tried it, broken my heart. I'm like, nah, never again.
So never again.
No, I'm kidding. I'm a hopeless romantic. I very much believe in the old school kind of love. But
What is that?
monogamy. Because
Okay.
in this day and age, I feel like people are very much into the open relationships and polyamorous, polygamy. And you do you, but for me personally, it just doesn't add up. But yeah, and I'm very, very sentimental as a person. And it takes a while for me to get there, but I'm very, very, very mushy and very, very lovey-dovey. But it takes a while for me to get that part of me to someone else. But
Okay.
yeah,
I'm sure mom will be very proud.
if it's not her choice, then probably not. But that's a fight for another day.
But is this the real Thomzi? And why the name Thomzi? Your name is Joel Thomas.
Yeah. It's my pet name.
Okay.
Thomzi, Tomu, Tomi. That's my pet name from Thomas.
Mm-hmm.
And I hated it. I hated the pet name. I hated it. And so as an irony, I put that as my pen name. So everyone who loves me now calls me by something I hate, to which now I love. So, so yeah. And is the real Thomzi? I would say so. It's still a part of me. But thing about social media is you can't really believe everything that you see, because I am showing you what I want you to see. It's still a whole part of me, but at the same time, there's a lot more that's just personal. So yeah, I would say so.
When you post these things out, and you're very young, you're 21,
Yeah, correct.
you're going to soon start a job,
Correct.
or you're already in the process of.
Yeah.
Do you think it's going to be okay if your bosses see that?
I think so. I mean, I wouldn't suggest anyone to post any racy stuff or provocative stuff or controversial stuff. But I like to keep both the worlds very separate. My professional life and my social media, I keep it very separate. And I let my work speak for itself. If in any professional setting, it's the work that I do. I don't really talk about my social media setting, whatever. And those who know me, even in the professional setting, they're all cheers. Like, okay, amazing. I follow you, yada, yada, yada. But I wouldn't say it would affect me in a certain way, because I know what I bring to the table in professional setting, and what I do in my private life is my own business. That kind of mature conversation is important, I would say.
And you have a proper distinction between your professional.
Definitely, yeah. It's really different, and I don't want anyone in my professional setting to come up and say like, "You're wasting your time doing that. Focus on this." That's why I just keep it hush hush.
Right.
Yeah.
Tell us a bit more about yourself. You were born and raised in UAE?
I was born in India. I was born in Tamil Nadu.
Okay.
But Kerala, Mallu family.
Okay.
But I was raised here.
When you say a childhood trauma, is it okay if you can?
Yes,
if I
please.
can ask
Yeah.
you. So what are the things that you found difficult?
I would start off by saying I have a very blessed life. Very grateful for everything that I have. But of course, there were so many situations that I had to face and suffer or like learn and grow. Without going too much depth into what I faced, I would like to say that the things that actually helped me. One of the main things was to be grateful. I think people don't understand the power that it holds just to be grateful for the things that you have, and puts a lot of stuff into perspective as well. And another thing is that, again, without devaluing my experience, I would say to recognize that people are going through a lot worse. That, again, without saying that my issues are not valid, it just makes you look at it in a different light, which is really important. And those two beliefs is what really got me through most of my issues when I was younger as well. And for those who know me, they know that I didn't really come from a very happy environment as a young child, but I learned through, and I am who I am right now because of that. So, and for anyone who is suffering and who has issues as growing up and stuff, my biggest advice would be just be grateful and also realize that you're not alone.
The growing up in school, or was it at home, or was it a mixture of all these things? And how do you think it could have been handled better?
I would say it both. School, high school, home, and figuring out yourself as a child. It's a lot. It is a lot. Genuinely speaking, I have no regrets. Like everything that I did, everything that I did for myself, I have no regrets because I'm very proud of myself, the way I've handled my life. I'm very proud of the decisions that I've made. So I wouldn't say I would change any aspect of it. I could have gone in the wrong path. I could have had my mind switch on the other side as well. Because I have a lot of people who have faced similar problems to mine, but now they are suffering. They are very depressed, and go into like abuse and stuff like that. But for me, I'm just very proud. I'm very thankful that I haven't gone in that direction. So I wouldn't say I wouldn't change anything because I'm really proud. So yeah.
I'm glad you're looking at it in a very
Yeah,
positive way.
100%. Irrespective of whatever it is that I've been through, I'm good. Like,
Your advice to youngsters who are going through these kind of problems. I know you did mention that they need to be grateful for, but it's very difficult to be grateful.
It's honestly, I know it sounds like it sounds very like cliche and also sounds very hard to do, but trust me, man. What I used to do, genuinely speaking, when I had a hard time was literally go into my balcony, look up, and just say 5 things I was grateful for. It can be so easy, so simple things like, I'm grateful for the air that I breathe, the house that I live in, the car that I have, or the course that I'm doing, or my parents, or my friends, or the food that I have, the clothes that I have on. It can be so simple, but when you're in that moment and looking up to the stars and just saying thank you, it just hits like you. It grounds you a lot. It grounds you so much. So that would be my biggest advice. That gratitude is so powerful, so incredibly powerful. It really puts stuff into perspective. And also realizing that you're not alone, And now at this day and age, representation is so important. And why I say that is because if I knew that there was someone else going through the same things that I was going through when I was young, oh my God, I would have felt a lot more lighter. That's why it's so important to realize that you're not alone. And even now when we see brown people in movies and in Hollywood movies, it makes you feel so seen, like you're not alone.
And that is why you post such posts.
Correct.
So, it makes sense.
Yeah. So, and that's why, and laugh about it. Don't take life too seriously.
So with the new rules, you can't talk bad about anyone. There's no slander.
Right.
You have to be very, very cautious with.
Yeah.
And it's not new rules. It always been there. But they try and remind people again.
Yeah.
So what happens is certain posts would be seen as, humor is a very funny thing. It may be funny to some it will be very offensive.
You never know what's their rate of offensiveness.
Now that you explain that you use humor so that you tell the other person they're not alone.
Yeah.
And you also say that your mom knows about it and is okay with it.
Of course.
That changes the whole dynamic.
Yeah.
And that's what I wanted to put out there to the upcoming influencers as well, to be very cautious with what you post.
Yeah. Especially the world that we live in, you have to be careful of what you're going to say and put out on the into the world, because it's important. Your words, especially as an influencer, has a lot of weight, and people take that very lightly. And I've seen a lot of influencers, without throwing any names, but they don't realize the power that they have with their words, and it's a responsibility. Even for me, like I'm a micro influencer. I don't have much of a following, but
you're being humble, aren't you?
I'm very, but that still holds a lot of weight. And even the smallest thing can influence a lot of people, especially minors who are following you. So yeah, just be careful. One biggest advice for any content creators and aspiring influencers or whatever is consistency. Like consistency will give you the result. Post every day. Even if people always wait for the right time, the right set of mic, the right set of lights, the right set of camera, the right set of, the right moment. No, just pick up your phone and just record and send, like hit send. Because you will never find the right time. You'll never find the right, just be consistent, and then as you grow, you will find out that your artistry is improving.
Do you have your first post?
I do. Yeah.
So you have not deleted it?
No.
Still there?
No way. No. It's so cringe. It's so cringe. I cannot watch it, but I love it. That is my starting point. That is where I started. And it was actually a mum video. Okay. That's my first video that did well. Like it reached like 100,000 views on TikTok. I started out on TikTok as well.
Oh, okay.
And that is what kept me going. I was like, it was just me with that thought, the white thing, and in my bedroom just filming a video. It was so bad. The quality is so bad. There was no music. The editing is so bad. But now, as you see, the artistry has improved substantially.
Yes.
Yeah.
I love your expressions also, the facial expressions that you make.
I know, that's my biggest compliment that I get. I'm like so proud. It's you know what's funny is that people are so obsessed by being like everyone else, and they forget that the uniqueness in you is what in down the lane will get you your bag 100%. The stuff that I was bullied for, made fun of, and called out for is the stuff that people love right now. Okay, I would take that back. I don't want to throw that word very lightly. I wouldn't say that I was bullied. I have been picked on, made fun of. My accent, the way I speak, my teeth, and my ears.
Your teeth?
Yeah, my teeth as well. It's actually been one of my insecurities, but now people love it. I'm like, amazing. Many things, being a little bit more feminine, that's another thing as well. But now, all of those traits are so uniquely mine, and that is what people love the most.
That is your ammo, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. That's the most beautiful thing. And people are so obsessed by being the same, fit in a box. No. When in reality, babe, do what you want. Be who you are, authentically yourself, but you don't have to limit yourself to this. This is what I am. This is what I am. This is who I am. You can be n number of things. That is why humans are the most complex species on earth. That's the biggest lesson I've learned. Like, do not conform yourself into a label. Yeah. And all the things that people make fun of when you are younger is a thing that people pay to see. That should be on a t-shirt.
You said about haters.
I love it. I love it so much. I had so much fun, honestly. It just boosts my self-esteem in a very weird way. And I joke a lot about this on my page as well. I only take hatred if you're hot. Like, if you're nothing but a 9 or below a 9 or a 10, your opinion is as invalid as, I don't know, like an infant asking what's for dinner. Like, bro, it's insignificant. Because if you really think about it, as much as it is a joke, if you really think about it, people who have stuff going on in their lives, who are striving to be the best version of themselves, they don't have time to be going and hating, For them, that is what I consider a 9 and 10. So if you're anything below that, and you're just taking time out of your precious day to go on someone else's page and comment just hatred because of your own insecurities, that just boosts my self-confidence. I love it.
Doesn't affect you at all?
At all. I love it. I'm so sassy as well in my comments back at them because it's just so funny. Like, babe, you're just improving my views and my attraction. Because so I'm like,
so you do engage?
Sometimes when it's like it's really petty and like really, really funny to me, I engage because it's really funny. Because it's so easy to piss them off. Just one reply and they get so pissed. I love it. So yeah, a lot of people don't take hatred really well, and thankfully I do have a tough skin, and I can handle it. Whatever it is, I will handle it. And I just have a good time. I love it. My ego goes off the roof.
Say, for example, you do get a full-time job. Mm-hmm. What about the content creation? Are you still going to be...
Yes, definitely. I'm not going to leave this. Me, I've always, like I said, I've always wanted to get into this field. Entertainment, making people laugh. And being in media, in films and music, that's always been my passion. And coming from an Indian household, that wasn't really an option. Ever since I was young, that was never an option that I could pursue. I actually got into some of the agencies and stuff, and my parents were very, very much against it. Mm-hmm. So that is why I started social media, because that was my own thing. I didn't have to ask anyone. I just did it. I just picked up the phone and did it. So this is literally like my baby. So I'm not gonna give up on this because have like a 9-to-5 job or whatever.
But this is your self-made self.
Exactly. This is my self-made stuff, and I'm so proud to say that I'm already making so much more money.
So you said you always wanted to be an entertainer or in the industry, entertainment industry. What did you study?
I was actually I'm a high school graduate. I didn't go to college, no.
No?
Yeah.
And without that, you are already having such a high command over certain kind of social medias. I mean, I know you have a killing of a following on Instagram.
I wouldn't say killing. Yeah, I would say that actually.
103?
130.
Oh, Jesus. Sorry. 130. I'm so sorry. 130,000.
Yeah.
Wow. And you say you're a micro-influencer.
I would say so.
But wow. How does that make you feel? It's purely talent-based then. You've just finished high school. You are an influencer. You are pursuing your career.
Yeah.
You've already achieved so much.
I have achieved some, but I wouldn't say much. I am proud of what I've done. It is a huge feat, but I have a long way to go for sure. And I don't know how I feel about it. Like, I'm proud, I'm happy, and I love making videos. I love entertaining people. I love seeing those comments, hatred or love. I love the messages that I get by my followers. Was like, you made my day. I was stressing out, and I saw your video and made me laugh. Those really move me. Like, that is what keeps me going. So yeah.
That's really nice, Thomzi.
Yeah.
I did not know you just finished
High school.
Then
I finished high school, and then I do have a professional job as well. I have a whole another life, which I don't want to get into, but that does take my time as well. So in that job that I am doing, didn't really require me to go into college and whatever.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm pursuing the professional life, and I'm also pursuing what I really love.
I mean, really, I'm super grateful for your time. A person with 130K followers saying yes to me, I feel like, wow.
Please shut up.
I was really honored because this is the way that I can communicate the best message to the large following that you have and some of mine as well. So with that being said, what is your message to all the youngsters out there who are going through a tough time, and to anyone out there who's going through a tough time? How can you think of a way to make them feel that they're not alone and there's a way forward, and to be grateful for?
Yeah, definitely. There's always light at the end of the tunnel, always. And I strongly believe that everything happens for a reason. I don't know how many believe in the same, but I do. I strongly believe there's light at the end of the tunnel, and whatever hardship that you're facing is what makes you you. You know, I also joke about this. I don't date anyone who don't have childhood trauma. No, where is the flavor? Where is the trauma? Where is the growth? No, thank you. I feel like anyone who has been through stuff, life teaches you beautiful lessons, honestly. And irrespective of whatever I've been through, I would do it all over again. So yeah, don't worry, you're good. Life is good. God is good. Got you, babe.
Wise words. Thank you so much, Thomzi, for your time. And I'd
course.
love to do this sometime again.
Definitely. Thank you.